Yo, what is up guys, it's Cherubimon for game, and today I finally got a matchup between Purple Yellow Cherubimon versus Dorugoramon. So what's gonna happen is Gabe's gonna go ahead and start off first. He's gonna hatch in his raising, then he's gonna drop down to Coda, gonna go ahead and put James to 4, he's gonna top 4 check, and he does reveal 3 of the 4 X antibodies. He's gonna be able to add Dorugoramon. James is gonna go and start off by hatching in his raising, gonna go ahead and put that yellow Upamon. So what he's piloting is the same deck as I challenged before. He's gonna drop down to Koichi, putting himself to 1. Koichi's gonna go ahead and allow him to draw 1, debating what he wants to go ahead and discard. I believe he's gonna go ahead and discard the Deathclaw. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and drop that down. He's gonna Digivolve in his raising with the Bushiagu. I'm assuming he drew into that. Then he's gonna go ahead and play the mat. Gonna go ahead and record the option card back. Now Gabe finally landed a rookie in his raising, which is the Dorugoramon. Then he's gonna go ahead and play Black Memory Boost to top 4 check, adding the Dorugoramon. At first he wanted to go ahead and get it, but then he had to check his hand to make sure if it wasn't breaking or anything. But yeah, he does add the Dorugoramon. James is gonna go ahead and start off with 3 memory again, but he will decide to leave the Bushiagu in his raising, conserving it. He's debating if he wants to Digivolve over the Mat or the Koichi, and I'm not too sure what's happening here, but he will drop the Anubismon, putting Gabe all the way back to 8. Now the memory counter is gonna say 7, but they're gonna fix that in a moment. So Gabe's gonna go ahead and pop his boost, putting himself to 9, then putting himself to 1 by playing the Dorugoramon on the board. But they remember that Anubis is 11 cost, so he's gonna reset back to 8, and now he's at 0. He's not gonna use the memory boost. Then Digivolves over with a Dorugoramon, putting James back to 3 anyway. And although Gabe had to hard play, it was actually a good turn just because he was able to go into his level 6. So James is gonna go and drop down the Analog Youth, gonna go ahead and top 3 check. Does reveal double Rihi and 1 Bushi. He's gonna add the 1 Rihi, trashing the rest. And I guess he's still whiffing that level 4 because he would have Digivolved into the Koichi since turn 2, I suppose. But what he's gonna do is drop the Kari, gonna go ahead and put Gabe back to 3. Gabe's gonna promote his Dorugoramon. He's gonna swing a Dorugoramon, being able to add a Digisource underneath it. It will have triple check if I'm not mistaken. So it's gonna be for 1, 2, and then I believe 1 more. Yep. He does hit into the Schwarzschild Arts, so he's gonna take out the Dorugoramon. But still being his turn, I guess what he can do from here is play another Tamer or maybe play the Zubugan Punch I just saw just now. So he does end up playing the Zubugan Punch, gonna go ahead and have blocker and reboot, and plus the additional 3k. Then he's gonna end turn by playing the Chumon on the board, so Gabe won't be able to gain additional memory other than having Tamers on the board. So now it's James' turn. He's gonna go ahead and promote this time around. Yep, he's gonna go and promote. Gonna swing with the Bushi first, gonna proc off the effect with Upamon to draw. Does hit into the 5k blocker, so it will die. And then what an interesting play that he's gonna do here. He's gonna play the Deathclaw, gonna go ahead and pop the Anubismon to pop the Chumon. I'm not too sure if that was a fair trade, but I guess it does clear off 1 Digimon on the board. But in return, he's gonna have to use 1 card from his hand. And now he's still debating what he wants to do next actually. He then decides to put Gabe all the way back to 5 by dropping the Rihimon on the board. I'm not too sure if he had no other hybrids in hand, but that's his only play. Gabe is gonna go ahead and swing with Dorugoramon, swinging with double checks, and it does clear off both. Then he's gonna go ahead and ask James to see if he wants to tap Kari, which he will, so he's gonna gain the additional memory back. He does play the Black Memory Boost, top 4 check, gonna be able to add Grumblemon, and then he's gonna pop the first memory boost he used, and then Digivolve over Grumble for game. So that's game 1 guys, now we're gonna go into game 2. That was a pretty interesting game 1, if I would say so myself. Both James and Gabe were bricking, so they had to drop down their level 5s or higher to go into their better play, but unfortunately James just whiffed the level 4. So James is gonna let Gabe go first again. Gabe will play the Coda to top 4 check, adding the alternate art Alphamon. That's pretty nice. James is gonna go ahead and start off with 4. He's gonna hatch in his raising with the yellow Upamon. I see Koichi in hand. I do see a hybrid. I'm not too sure which hybrid that is, but it looks like he's gonna go ahead and drop the Tamer first. Yep, he's gonna go ahead and drop the Koichi. He's gonna draw 1 card, discarding. I'm not too sure what he's able to discard. It looks like he's gonna go ahead and discard the option card, which is the Schwarzschild Arts. And then he's gonna play another Koichi, putting Gabe all the way back to 3 anyway. He's gonna go ahead and draw and discard 1 more card, which is the Rihimon. Man, he's been seeing that level 5 a lot more than his level 4s. Now, Gabe still whiffs a rookie during his turn. He's gonna play the Black Memory Boost, top 4 checks. He does reveal the Chumon, which he's going to grab. Gonna go ahead and put that in his raising. Unfortunately, that's not the rookie you want to Digivolve over with, but it's gonna have to make do. So Gabe is gonna go ahead and Digivolve into the Dorugoramon, putting James back to 2. Now James is gonna go ahead and draw for turn. He's gonna go ahead and drop the Pokemon on the board, top 5 check. Ooh, and he does reveal the Salmon. Unfortunately, wow, that's double Salmons. He's gonna go ahead and add the Loemon to hand because that's the only target. And unfortunately, that looks like that was the only play he could do. Now, Gabe is gonna go ahead and promote. He's gonna pop the memory boost, Digivolve over with the Dorugoramon. Dorugoramon's gonna be able to add a Digisource underneath, which is the Dorumon, I believe. And then he's gonna go ahead and Digivolve into the Alphamon, which is pretty nice. I mean, that's still an X antibody. Alphamon's gonna go ahead and swing. I'm not too sure if Gabe's gonna use the effect of Alphamon. Okay, he's gonna go ahead and pay 1 memory. Checks for 2, does survive. Then he's gonna gain 2 back, which is gonna put him back to 1. And then from here, it looks like he's gonna go ahead and play that black memory boost. Wow, that is a nice art. He's gonna put James back to 2. He's gonna top 4 check, and he's gonna be able to go ahead and add the Dorugoramon. Now, I believe at this point, Gabe is just explaining to James that this is the same Digimon that carries the effects over, even if it's Digivolved over with. So Alphamon will have all the abilities that Dorugoramon, I believe, gave. Yep. So he's gonna go ahead and start off with 2. James decides to go ahead and play the yellow memory boost. Gonna put Gabe back to 4. He's gonna reveal top 2, putting the mat into security and adding the hybrid in hand. Now Gabe is gonna go ahead and Digivolve and is raising with the Cherubimon promo. Then he's gonna go ahead and start swinging. He's gonna go ahead and pay 1 memory. That way he can gain an extra 1k. He does reveal the mat, of course, and he also hits into a Rihimon in the security, which will survive. Then I'm not too sure. Okay, no, they fixed it. So he went ahead and gained the 2 memory back. Then he's gonna play the Zubagon Punch on the Alphamon. That way he has reboot and blocker. Then plays the Chumon, putting him at 0. Then plays the Sunarizamon again to go ahead and go wide. And now it's James' turn again, and he does have 3 memory to work with. He does have the reinforced memory, and he does have the Boko, but unfortunately Chumon is on the board. Unless he can get rid of that Chumon first, then he can, make the memory gain efficient, but he's not going to be able to. And so the ruling with Pokemon is, if once you Digivolve into a hybrid from a tamer, even if there's a memory blocker on the board, it doesn't stop Pokemon from activating. So once it's activated, it's not going to be able to activate once more. So unfortunately, he's not going to be able to gain memory this turn. Then he Digivolves over into the Rebellumon, putting Gabe back to 3. And I believe he's going to go ahead and use the effect to discard to give retaliation and blocker. Now, Gabe is going to go ahead and start swinging in to security with Alphamon first. And of course, James will go ahead and block that just because we don't want that on the board. It's going to die due to retaliation. Sunariza is going to go ahead and swing. He does reveal into a Deathclaw. Gonna go ahead and pop the other Sunariza. I'm not too sure if he wanted to pop that or the Chumon. I believe Chumon would have been the better choice because he's actually blocked from gaining memory other than Tamers. Then Gabe's gonna go ahead and put himself to 0 by playing the Toy Agumon, and then ends turn, I believe, by Digivolving over the Toy Agumon with the Dark Tyrannomon. Now James is gonna start off with 3 memory again, and I'm not too sure at this point if there's anything he can do. If there's a way he can pop that Chumon, that way he can start utilizing to gain memory, then I would go for that play. But unfortunately, it looks like he's pretty much stuck right now. I do see the Deathclaw that he did reveal from security. He's gonna go ahead and Digivolve over the Koichi into Loemon. Not gonna be able to gain memory this turn from the Pokemon, unfortunately. Then he goes into the Rihimon, and from here he's gonna go ahead and start swinging in because there's no other choice he can do. He's gonna go ahead and swing into Sunariza actually to go ahead and maintain tempo, which is not bad. That's always a good play. Then he's gonna end turn by playing another mat on the board, gonna be able to add the Deathclaw to hand. Now Gabe has 4 memory to work with. He's gonna go and hatch in his raising. He's gonna swing with Chumon, and if security doesn't save James, then that's pretty much gonna be game because Dark Tyrannomon's gonna swing for game, and that's pretty much it, guys. And he does reveal the Grumblemon in hand because why not? It wouldn't be hybrid format without it. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and start showing the deck profiles at the end of the video. Thank you guys so much. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right to it. And this is the same deck profile when I challenged him the first time, so you guys can pause right there. And here's Gabe's list of the Dorugoramon getting first place. Congrats again, Gabe. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Lobomon for Games signing out. Thanks, guys.